think we can go this way. Oh, we can. I thought we were meant to go the other way. I guess it doesn't really matter. This way is faster. But let's take the long way because we can. I guess we're revisiting some themes from Bioshock 1. I mean, we have Lamb destroying her own city, kind of like Andrew Ryan destroying his own city. So this is cool. And you know, it's not a different map, it's the same map because all the loot is the same. So, you know, it was... Whoa, there's a splicer over there. So this is still the same map as before, but they've added the water onto it. I'm not actually sure how they managed to change the level so much. Like, it seems fairly impressive in terms of the technical stuff that they had to do to achieve this effect. And... dead. Anyway, before we get out of here, let's just double check that we don't want anything else. We have 330 Adam, as we said before, but I want to... See, what I really want to do is to save it until the next level, because I suspect there'll be much better stuff in the next level. So if I save the Adam until then, I might be able to buy the good stuff right from the start. I can still visit this stuff, like all the side areas. That's kind of interesting. Wow, frame rate drops. Okay, that's better. I'm going upstairs, right? That was the dead... No, that was not the dead splicer. That's the dead splicer. I can't lose him because he's stuck up there. So there's all of this still going on. There's not many enemies. Ah. Oh, hi. Why are you doing that? Okay, I should stop being so callous about it. Okay, so he's dead. I get the first aid kit back. See, I'm not concerned because what happens is I can stand in the water and my health will regenerate because of the Fountain of Youth plasmid. Like, I don't know why I'm supposed to... Like, why would Sofia Lamb think that, you know, water would scare me? I've got a Fountain of Youth plasmid and I'm a Big Daddy. Like, why would I care about water? Oh, this. I need some of this. That's good. And... okay. Maybe I could have saved some money if I went and look around, like searched for loot, but I guess I don't really need to. Oh, ambush. I saw that coming from a mile away. He's not coming in though, that's interesting. There he is. Oh, he's dead. So he dies in one explosive barrel. That's cool. Ah, the arrow's pointing us... oh, it's pointing us that way, alright. Let's see, there's more water... Fascinating. Alright, so now we are seriously underwater. We were only half serious about being underwater before, but now we are fully underwater. That's cool.
Look, Delta. It is the world for which you strive. You, alone among the dead.
A shark. That is cool. That's really cool. Me alone among the dead. Well, you know what, Sofia Lamb? You were the one who killed them. You're the one who flooded the place, so... Oh, I can't use it anymore. So don't make it sound like, you know, this is about me. It's not about me, it's about you. Anyway, we're going that way according to the quest arrow. I'm just wondering if anything's changed in here now that the whole place is flooded. We can't use the vending machines. Excuse me guys while I explore. Hope you don't mind. Oh, the gate's closed. That's sad. I wanna have a look. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some new loot now that the whole thing is underwater. Like, previously inaccessible areas are now open or something. Can I get over there? I don't think so. How high can I jump? Not that high. Okay, the doors don't open.
You're almost to Dionysus Park. Keep moving.
I am not almost to Dionysus Park. In fact, I'm walking back. Just taking my sweet old time. Okay, so there doesn't seem to be much to do here. So let's go out. Ah, a corpse. I wonder if... Yes, money. Alright, so we're done here. Is that loot? What is that stuff? Oh damn, I can't use telekinesis anymore. So I can't pick them up. That's alright. The nicest park is that way. There's nothing here. Okay. One last look. I mean, this is quite nice. Look at that. That's like a street with buildings on either side. I mean, the buildings are really small, and so is the street. And the insides of the buildings are kind of too big, so the scale is distorted for the sake of the game. But all the parts are there, I guess. I mean, the distortion of scale for the purposes of gameplay is fairly common in almost all games. You know, you don't want... In the real world, like, the streets are really big. The buildings are also really big, and most of the spaces you never go into, right, in the real world. If you go take a walk on the street, like, you know, you don't go into anyone's houses. But in the game, usually all of the spaces that are in the game are a part of the game, and you get to explore them. Anyway, Dionysus Park, I think this is the end of this segment. Let's just have a look at the map. Okay, so that's Dionysus Park. We started there, we came in... So here we go. This was the... what did they call it? Or the Pink Pearl, that's not the Pink Pearl. Little Eden Plaza, that's what they called it. So there was a building here, that's the Pink Pearl. The Pink Pearl was bigger than that. Anyway, so there was a central block with a thing with some loot inside, and then the street, which is a circle, and a side area. So we have, you know, the ring path, and then 3 minor areas, and then a sort of a kind of a, what do you call that? Intermediary space, I guess, or, you know, a little maintenance area. That's where the ambush happened, although there are plenty of ambushes. And then over here there was another ring, Plaza Hedone, I don't know what they call it, with again some side areas, Little Sister Orphanage, Secret Lab, and then upstairs there were other things as well. And then the main, I guess, the boss fight area, which was here, and then some other stuff before you go in and out. So, like, again, we have the open areas, or the open world kind of areas, where you have splicers wandering around and Big Daddies wandering around and you wandering around doing your thing. And the same here, second one, and then the third one, which is the quest area, which is mandatory, and it's only a single path straight into the boss fight. So again, similar arrangements, although not quite as complicated as the last level, it seems. Let's zoom out a little bit. Anyway, oh wait, there's upper floors, that's right. So that goes up to the upper floor. There's an upper floor here, as well as the pink pearl. And the pink pearl has actually 3 stories to it. Okay, so the pink pearl is fairly complex as well. Okay, so there's 4 areas, I guess. The pink pearl can be its own area. Again, there's the central atrium and then the side rooms. Okay, so I guess... no, it is about as complex as the last level, keeping in mind that this level there's like multi-story spaces, especially this one, which has 3 stories. And so it's fairly complex. And it certainly makes it quite challenging, you know, to fight the big sister and the Big Daddies, because, you know, there's a lot of different paths and a lot of different ways you can run around. But aside from that, it's not too much more to say, I don't think. I like this. And not just the layout of it. The layout of it, I like the last level a bit more, I think. But, you know, this one, it looks like the appearance of the spaces really did look like little bits of a city. You have streets and you have buildings and all that. That's kind of nice. Although, having said that, you know, the fact that each thing, you know, each of these are essentially isolated. Oops. So I mean, this area and this area and this area and this area, like, they are essentially separate. Like, they don't come together to form a bigger space or a bigger city. You know, if you imagine a city, there's like streets. You would have a street linking everything up, whereas here they're almost like rooms, fairly complex rooms, but nevertheless they're standalone spaces. So maybe that's a little bit unrealistic in that sense, but I guess it makes things a little bit easier for game design and gameplay, because then you can design each part of the game separately and not have things get too mixed up. And also technically it's easy as well, because, you know, you don't want to load everything into memory at once, so you kind of separate the level out into bits, and then you can load the map and the graphics into the memory and all that. So anyway, I'm just rambling a little bit now. Let's press the button and see what happens here. And loading screen. Alright. Are we going to get talked at? So this is Dionysus Park. I'm gonna walk forward a few steps just to see if we get some introduction.
Dionysus...
And believe it or not, the game crashed again. Thankfully, it autosaves at the beginning of the level, so let's try this again.
Dionysus Park was owned by Sofia Lamb, Chief. Sort of a private retreat for her social experiments. One night it flooded, killing all her guests. Paper said it was cult-related. Come on up to the train station. Let's rendezvous.
Okay, so Sofia Lamb owned this place, I see. Well, that's gonna have to happen next video. I'll see you guys there.